Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with Coach Ramirez. Coach, tell me, the last two games you guys had, you guys lost those two games. What adjustments have you made heading into today's game?
Yeah, I think, it's most important not to dwell on, the previous game or the game before that or, whether you win or you lose. So just kind of focusing on the opponent, preparing for them, game planning. And, it's nice we have experience playing Marcos already earlier in the year. So kind of trying to build energy off of that. And, again, every night's different, though. There's the energy and a life of its own, so we got to create our own energy, create our own life tonight.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are playing against Padres. Their record is currently 12-12. What can you expect from them today?
They play incredibly hard. Coach Stark is a great coach, one of the better coaches, long tenured coaches out here in the Valley. I know his teams are always going to play hard. They're going to be ready for a fight, and if we're not ready, it's going to be a ball game for sure. So, we just got to handle our business, start with a great warm-up, and then just one play at a time after that.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yep, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with Coach Stark. Tell me, Coach, you guys are currently on a losing streak. What adjustments have you made to snap that streak today?
We're just trying to stay healthy and compete. We knew coming in here, this is the toughest section in the state. Got, 4 top 6 teams in the state on this, and we had a good start at 7-1, and we knew we could go 0-10 if we don't bring it. And we're sitting at 0-8 right now, 25 in the power points, knowing we got to get one of these last 2 games. So we're just trying to compete, come out every night and do that, knowing, again, mismatch in some certain areas, but, if we show some heart and some soul, we can, hopefully be in this game and try to grab one of them.
Okay, tell me one more. So you guys are playing against the SaberCats. They're currently 14-8. What can you expect from them tonight?
Again, just strong team, strong guards. And at the arena, they got a lot of layups on us. Their guards kind of overpowered us. So we got to try to keep them out of the paint, and do a better job defensively on that. They shoot the ball well. They got multiple scorers. They're a solid team. So we got to bring everything we have if we're going to compete with them.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck out there, man. Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm with Coach Ramirez. Coach, tell me, the last two games you guys had, you guys lost.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Varsity Sports Media Foundation. Today's matchup will feature the Saguaro SaberCats and the Marcos de Niza Padres at Marcos de Niza Gym here in Tempe, Arizona. My name is Braden Solomon, and alongside me is Jalen Higgins. Jalen, in their last matchup on January 20th, the SaberCats were able to hold the Padres to 64 points, ultimately winning 84-64. What are you looking to see out of the SaberCats here in the second matchup, ultimately on offense and on defense?
Yeah, we'll start with defense first. It's all about collapsing in the paint, forcing turnovers, forcing the Padres into tough shots. Offensively, limiting the turnovers for Saguaro. You know, in these last couple games, they've been traveling way too much, being called for charges. It's all about getting into their half-court set, getting out in transition fluidly. That's what the coaches have been preaching in practice lately. You know, getting out in transition, getting easy layups, not missing layups. They've been doing that way too much. Getting easy three-point looks, and it's all about getting the other guys involved. That's what Pierce Harrington and Justice Hines have to do early in this game is get guys involved.
Speaking of Pierce Harrington, he is leading the conference in points with 21.4 points per game. He's shown abilities that he can shoot it from beyond the arc, but also take it to the rim like you just said. What are you looking to see from him to help get them an early lead in this game?
Yeah, it's all about setting the tone early for him, driving to the basket, getting easy layups, kicking it out to open guys in the corner for three for easy looks. That's the way to set the tone early in the game and just dominate over this team.
Yeah, both teams are coming in with a losing streak. Obviously, Marcos St. Niza's is a little bit larger with the 7-game losing streak compared to Saguaro's with 2. What are you looking to see from both teams as they try to, get back on sap and get back in the win column?
Yeah, it's all about limiting turnovers at the end of the day. Whoever has less turnovers in this game is going to win, and who's going to commit less fouls. And it's all about, can you get into your half-court set and get wide open shots, get easy shots, get easy looks at the rim. Can you drive to the paint? Can you draw fouls? It's all about the fundamentals at this point.
Yeah, it seems like both these teams, they're playing good basketball. They're making simple, small mistakes. They just need to quiet them down and just play their type of basketball.
Exactly.
And we're about to have tip-off here at Marcos St. Niza's gym between the SaberCats and the Padres. Number 15, Bentley Elrod taking the tip for the SaberCats, and number 1, MJ Ship taking it for the Padres. And the tip is off, and we are underway here. Marcos St. Niza with the ball. Kicks it out. Underneath and out of bounds, it will be SaberCats basketball. Hines will be checking in to number 5, Pierce Harrington. Harrington back to Hines. Hines taking it up the court. Hines kicks it out to Haley. Back to Hines. Swings to left. Cutting and good for Pierce Harrington for the first 2 points of the game. Dubois with the pass. Out to number 3, Francisco Lopez Felix. Felix out to Devine. Back over. Drives, kicks it out. Intercepted by Haley. Up to Harrington for the open layup and dunks it down for 2. This team has gotten off to a quick early lead so far.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, this happened last week against Arcadia. They got off to a quick 9-2 start, but then the turnovers started piling up, and they weren't able to come back after that.
Felix with the ball. Kicks it out. Up. No good. Rebound Saguaro. Elrod pushing the pace. Kicks out to Haley. Driving. Up and good for the 2. Felix taking the ball up for Marcos. Kicks it out to number 11. Dubois back to Felix. Pump fakes back to Dubois. Drives. Kicks it out. Back to Felix center court. Felix looking for an open man. Setting up a play. Screens over. Kicks it out to Ship for 3. It's up and good for the Padres. Getting them on the board. Elrod passes it back to Harrington. Harrington taking it up the court. Kicks it back to Elrod. Elrod stops. Pump fakes. Kicks out to Hines. Hines in the corner. Passes it to Haley. Haley drives it. Spins. Kicks it back out to Hines. Hines drives it right. Stops. Kicks out to Harrington. Harrington out to Haley. Haley drives it right. Spins. Kicks it out to Not for 3. No good, and there's a foul on the call. Seems like this team, they're taking that one more pass mentality, just finding that next guy, and then just taking that open shot. Is that what you're kind of seeing so far?
Yeah, for sure. It's all about ball moving, getting guys open looks, and passing up the good shot for the great shot as well. That's what you need in this type of game.
Not for his first free throw. And it's good. Yeah, it seems like they're pushing their style of pace of basketball. They're not really letting Marcos Niza get settled in this game, get comfortable. They're really saying, you know what, we're going to get out this quick early lead and set the tone fast.
Exactly. It's all about setting the tone early and setting the pace. Whoever controls the pace is going to win the game at the end of this point.
And the second free throw will drop for Knott. With his third free throw. Up and good for 3. And he will convert all of his free throws. Felix taking it up. Kicks it out to Dubois. Back to Felix. Felix getting trapped to Dubois. Out to Ship for 3. And good for the Padres. Hines passes it into Harrington. Harrington drives, spins up and good for 2. Harrington has been a key contributor to this Saguaro's offense. He has been their guy, whether it's at behind the 3 like we said earlier, or taking to the rim on that shot like we just saw. Felix dribbles, kicks out to Ship. Ship at the top of the key. Pump fakes to the corner for 3. No good. Harrington with the rebound. Harrington pushing the pace. Kicks out to Knott, up for 2 and good with another layup for the SaberCats. Dubois taking the ball up. Kicks it out to Ship. Saved out of bounds. SaberCats, it will be Padres basketball. This Saguaro team is offensively and defensively. They are all over this Padres team so far.
Yeah, you can tell the coaches have emphasized getting out in transition, picking up the energy in practice. They're on a 2-game losing streak, and mostly they haven't been able to get off to good starts, really. So this is refreshing to see.
Felix at the top of the key with the ball. Kicks out to Dubois. To Ship. Pump fake shoots. No good. Rebound Hines. Hines kicks up to Knott. Knott slows it down to Harrington at the top of the key. Harrington looks to be calling a play. Poked away by Felix. Regained by Harrington. Harrington drives it. Kicks it out to Knott for 3. No good. Rebound Felix. Felix pushing the pace. Kicks it out to Hemmings. Down to Dubois for 3. And gets the 2 points. Harrington kicks it up. Passes it out to Elrod. Back to Harrington. Harrington out to Haley. Haley pump fakes. It looks to be a travel call. Turnover Saguaro. Marcos and Niza with possession. It seems like Marcos has kind of, slowed the game down a little bit for themselves. Made it easy for them to not, make those easy mistakes, take those stupid turnovers they could get, and just make it easy for themselves.
Yeah, it looks like they're finally settling into the game. Just getting those first couple minute jitters out of the way.
Dubois pump fakes. Back to Felix. Out to Ship for 3. No good. Air ball, and it will be out of bounds. Saguaro basketball. Seems early on that they've kind of decided to, take those 3-point shots instead of taking the easy baskets, settling on those deep shots, which haven't really been a good thing for them so far.
Yeah, normally all it takes is one shot to go in to get a rhythm in, but Marcos needs to get to the rim, get fouled, shoot a couple free throws, see the ball go in the hoop sometimes.
It will be out of bounds, turnover on number 5, Pierce Harrington, giving ball back to Marcos Niza. Checking in for the Padres will be number 10, Ryan Doyle. Doyle passes it into Dubois. Dubois takes it up the court. Passes it to Ship. Pump fakes. Kicks it back to Dubois. Covered. Kicks it out to Doyle for 3. No good. Front rim. Rebound Hines. Hines passes it up to Harrington. Harrington drives. Slows down. In the corner for 2. And good for the SaberCats. Dubois taking the ball up. Official timeout.
No, it looks like Coach Ramirez got called for something.
Gonna have to see what the officials are gonna say on this call right here. Looks to be a technical foul on Saguaro SaberCats head coach. Should be interesting to see what will happen. Definitely something that they didn't need right here,
Yeah.
Seems like they need to just be comfortable right now. It's still early in the game. They don't need to get these costly technicals, costly free throw shots for this team.
Yeah, free throws add up. After you get off to a good start, you want to keep that momentum going. Having a stoppage like that can just kill the momentum and give it, just shift it all the way to Marcos.
And Doyle will go 0 for 2 from the free throw line on those 2 technical free throws. Padres will retain basketball. Passing it will be Dubois. Out to Devine. Devine takes it up to center court. Kicks it back to Dubois. Dubois drives left. Puts it up, foul, and one. It will be a blocking foul on number 4, Isaac Knott, putting number 11, Dubois, to the free throw line for a 3-point shot.
That's what Marcos needed. Sometimes you just got to go to the paint, get a foul call, see the ball go through the hoop. Sometimes, you know, that's how you gain momentum. That's how you slow the pace down.
Free throws up, and is no good. Rebounded Haley for the SaberCats. Haley takes it up the court. Kicks it back to Harrington. Harrington drives, gets fouled by Dubois. It will be an out-of-bounds side pass for the SaberCats. Seems like the Padres defense is kind of tightening up a little bit. They're playing a lot more man defense, a lot more tighter, not really giving them open looks to make those passes. Seems like they're playing really good defense so far. For 3 for Harrington, and it is good. Another 3-point shot made for Harrington. Felix takes it up the court, passes it up to Ship. Ship, pump fakes. Out to Doyle, to Felix. Felix dribbles it up. Looking for an open man, to Doyle. Pump fakes. Back to Felix. To Dubois for 3, it is up, and no good. Rebound Harrington. Harrington pushing the ball up the court. Drives up, no good. Foul, but it looks like it will be on the court. It will be a side out of bounds pass for the SaberCats.
You can really see the pace of play for Harrington. He's got a really good feel for the game. You know, knowing when to push, knowing when to slow it down, knowing when to go to the hoop and draw a foul. It's really impressive.
Harrington passes it into Haley, and it will be a foul and 2 shots for the SaberCats. Seems like they're a very good team on the aspect of take it to the rim. If we get the shot, let's try to get a foul. Let's try to get easy points and make ourselves in good positions to win this game.
Yeah, that's coaching right there, honestly. You have to preach that in practice and just practice it on and on and on. You know, that's just a good job by Coach Ramirez and his assistant coaches right there.
First free throw will be good for the SaberCats. Yeah, Coach Ramirez has done a really good job with this team. He's really kept them composed, kept them in their game the way they should be playing, taking the high-quality shots, getting back, playing their zone type of defense, just playing good basketball.
Yeah, even after a 2-game losing streak, it's all about getting back to the basics, honestly. That's what you have to emphasize in practice. You know, make sure you're having fun and just stick to the fundamentals.
Doyle with the ball. Dribbles it up the court. Looking for a screen. Drives, gets poked, out to Felix. Felix looking for a play. Gets a screen, pump fakes, out to Ship. Ship drives it right, puts it up for 2, and good for the Padres. Hines passes it up to Knott. Knott drives, slows it down, kicks out to Elward. Elward drives, and good for the SaberCats for another 2. Seems like the SaberCats, they're just finding an answer for every play right now for the Padres. Doyle with the ball, drives it up center court. Pump fakes, kicks it out to Felix. Felix kicks it back to Doyle. Doyle pump fakes it. Back to Felix. Pump fakes. Out. Felix with the ball. Hemmings for 3. And good for the Padres. Harrington takes it up the court. Slows it down. Kicks out to Elrod. Elrod for 2. Front rim, no good. Rebound Hines. Hines kicks it out to Knott. Knott for 3. No good. No good. Rebound Haley. It will be a rebound for Felix as they take it up the court. Ship with the ball. Ship dribbles it. Almost gets poked away. Kicks it back out to Hemmings. Hemmings to Felix. Felix looks for the screen. Kicks it back out to Ship. Ship with the pump fake.
Got away with it.
And it looks to be a travel. It seems like they're kind of taking those extra steps, trying to be a little too meticulous on it. Seems like they need to just play normal type of basketball for themselves.
Yeah, they look a little too frantic out there, you know. And Drew Dana, or MJ Ship, he got away with the travel earlier in that possession.
Harrington kicks out to Knott. Knott throws it low to Haley. Haley pushes it in for 2. No good. Rebound out. Rebound to Doyle. It will be an out of bounds, on Marcos and Niza. It will be Saguaro basketball.
Just lack of communication right there. Not knowing who's going for the ball.
Now it looks to like we have fans right next to the ref screaming at them, kind of giving them a little bit of an earful.
Yeah, that's most of the student section right there.
Harrington with the ball. Looks to set up a play. Drives it left, gets fouled by Hemmings. Will be a side out of bounds pass in here. Seems like Harrington is really doing whatever he wants so far in this first quarter. Really doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, it's his game right now. You know, he's the one that's setting the tone and pushing the pace and knowing when to slow it down and just calling out the plays and making sure everybody gets a touch.
And on that pass foul, it will be 2 shots for Harrington. And the first shot is up and no good. Yeah, this SaberCats team, they've gotten out to a quick, comfortable lead so far, up 7. It seems like, what do you think they need to, continue and carry on into the second quarter?
Getting out in transition, they've been able to get easy layups. And also when they're in their half-court set, they like to drive. They like to drive to the left side and get into the paint and draw fouls. And it's all about limiting the turnovers for them.
And Harrington drops the second free throw. Felix looking to pass it. It looks like the SaberCats are playing a press defense. Devine with the ball. Kicks it back to Felix. Felix looking for an open man. Kicks it out to Doyle. Doyle for 3. No good. Front rim. Rebound Elrod. Elrod with possession. Kicks it back to Hines. Hines back to Elrod. Elrod dribbles it up. Pump fakes back to Hines. Hines pushes. Gets poked. Regains possession. Turnover. Regain Felix. It will be a foul on number 3, Justice Hines, as he goes for the loose ball. Seems like Marcos are kind of tightening down on this defense at the end of this first quarter right here.
Yeah, just a touch. If Harrington doesn't have the ball, Saguaro's more susceptible to turnovers, just like we saw.
Felix looks to be the last possession of the first quarter. Tight defense by Hines. Hines pokes it, regained. It will be a double dribble on Felix. Turnover, Saguaro.
That's great defensive pressure right there by Justice Hines, the senior.
SaberCats will have 1.9 seconds left in this first quarter. Try to get up a shot to extend this 8-point lead. Elrod will be passing in. Passes into Harrington. Harrington puts it up. And it's good! This play will have to be reviewed to see if it did come before or after the buzzer. But
wow.
What a period for the SaberCats.
What a shot.
And now we're going to head over to Coach Lucas Ramirez as he's mic'd up in his corner.
Hey, look, just defensive intensity. I'll let him talk more about defense, but offensively right now, look, they're not going to do us any favors, okay? So we got to be strong with it when we catch it. Just keep it up, chin it, right? I'd rather you get an offensive foul chinning it, you know what I mean? Not 5 of them, but send a message, okay? Don't be upset about who's getting shots right now, all right? I feel like body language is like, oh man, another shot going up. The ball will come to you guys, I promise. Okay, just keep being patient. But guys, we'll get transition buckets where everyone's scoring. If you get stops down here and we get out and run. Go. Hey, you're hot. Fuck you, Johnny.
Now we will send it over to sideline reporter Mario Medina.
Who hit a 3 at the last second. Close game here, 11-point lead by the SaberCats. We'll see what happens.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the Varsity Media Foundation. My name is Braden Salmon. Alongside me is Jalen Higgins. We are here at Saguaro versus Marcos and Niza, with Saguaro leading 26-15. Elrod with the ball, drives it up for layup and 2. Seems like they are just continuing what they did in that first quarter. Take those easy layups.
Exactly. That's what Coach Ramirez has been preaching.
Dubois with the floater. No good. Rebound, Knott. Knott kicks it out to Elrod. Elrod looking to push it down. Keeps it, and another 2 for Elrod. He has been a huge force in this paint so far for the SaberCats.
Exactly. Coach Ramirez just said in that time in the first quarter break that the shots will find you, especially if you get out in transition.
Ship, no good. Rebound, Elrod. Elrod kicks up to Hines. Hines looking to take it up. Moves, and no good. Rebound, Ship. Ship looks to slow it down for the Padres. Kicks out to Dana. Dana to Felix. Back to Dana. Out to Ship for three. It's up. No good. Front rim. Rebound Hines. Up to Harrington. Backing him down. Spin, shoots. Up and good for another two. Time out, Marcos de Niza. Seems like Saguaro really has just, picked up exactly right where they left off. They're really giving them no chance to get back in this game right now.
Exactly. They've gone 4 for 4 to start this second quarter. All driving to the paint, getting easy layups, getting a quick mid-range shot. It's just all working right now. Everything's going right for Saguaro.
Is there something you see that Saguaro maybe can pick up on defensively, offensively, that they need to, continue to extend this lead even more?
Honestly, right now, no. They're doing everything great. They're forcing Marcos into tough shots, forcing turnovers, getting out in transition, pushing it ahead, having the skip passes. It's just all working perfectly.
And as we head back to this game, Marcos de Niza will be checking the ball in. Dubois passes it into Felix. Felix takes it up the court. Guarded by Elrod. Felix drives left. Gets poked out of bounds. It will be Saguaro basketball. Costly turnovers have been a huge thing so far for the Padres. It seems like that's been the thing that's allowed them to be down 17 so far.
Yeah, that's been the biggest factor coming into this game. Who can limit their turnovers and who can force turnovers? And Saguaro's doing a great job at forcing that.
Harrington kicks out to Elrod. Elrod pressured. Back to Harrington. Harrington kicks back to Elrod for three. It is good. 4-3, making this a 35-15 game. Dubois with the ball. Pass it back to Felix. Felix back to Dubois. Dubois drives, kicks it out to Dana for three. No good. Rebound Elrod. Elrod out to Harrington. Harrington pushes it up. Driving left. Slows it down back to for two. No good. Back rim. Rebound Dana for the Padres. Dana pushing it up the court. Euros up for two and good. Haley with the ball. Looks to be what could have been a double dribble. Haley with back to Elrod. Elrod for three. Hot hand is what we call this guy. Timeout Marcos de Niza. Technical foul on Marcos de Niza head coach David Stark. It will be 2 free throws for Pierce Harrington. Everything is going their way so far for Saguaro.
Yeah, they can't miss. Bentley Elrod can't miss in this quarter. It's really good to see. He's knocked down 2 threes, gotten a layup to start the quarter. It's just amazing to see.
Harrington's first free throw is good. Yeah, Harrington is, we've talked a lot about Harrington being their guy that they lean to, but it seems like Harrington's kind of, ever since the early portion when he was hot, just kind of taking a step back, let his guys do their thing, and, good things have happened so far.
And that speaks to his feel for the game. He's the one that set the tone and set the pace early in the game, and now he's getting everybody else involved, getting guys shots. And even Coach Ramirez preached in the first quarter break that your shots will come and find you. You just got to be patient.
Harrington did miss the second free throw. Elrod drives it up left. Up for two and good. Continuing his hot hand so far. It looks to be a delay of game on number 5, Pierce Harrington, as he throws it towards the cheerleaders of Marcos de Niza. And now checking in for the SaberCats will be Isaac Knott, number 4, and number 3, Reese Hines. And checking out will be number 5, Pierce Harrington, number 1, Naz Haley. Dana pushing up. Drives right, kicks it out. Hemmings with the ball, up to Dubois. Guarded by Foster. Dana with the ball, drives left, kicks it out to Hemmings. Hemmings. Intercepted by Hines. Hines looking to push it. Open and good for 2. Key turnovers have been huge for the SaberCats, especially Reese Hines, the guy leading his team in steals with 3.7 per game so far. It looks and another steal, Second steal of the game for Reese Hines as he kicks it out to Elrod. Hot hand Elrod. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Marcos de Niza basketball.
That's the first miss for Elrod in this quarter.
Yeah, hot hand. It seems to be like he had almost 10 to 12 points in that 2-minute stretch right there.
Exactly. And you can see what turnovers do for your offense. Getting down transition, just getting easy layups. This is what pushes the lead.
Felix with the ball. Guarded up. Loses possession, regains. Foul on number 13, Akena Ipum. It will be his first foul of the game. Hemmings passing the ball in for the Padres right here. Pass it in to Dana. For three in the corner. No good. Rebound. Rebound Ars. Out to Dana. Dana takes it back to the three-point line. Kicks it out to Dubois. Dubois drives left. Up. And it will be 2 shots for number 11, Dubois. It will be first foul on Pierce Harrington, which looks to be a blocking foul.
That was Pierce Foster, actually.
Pierce Foster, excuse me.
Yeah, he wasn't able to stand in for the charge right away. He was a little bit late on that.
It seems like Dubois has been kind of a big guy for this Marcos Niza offense so far. He's been their guy taking it to the rim, looking to take these easy shots as he nails the first free throw.
Yeah, he's the only one that has been looking comfortable in this game. And on the season, he's been averaging 11 points.
Dubois with his second free throw. Up and no good. Rebound Elrod. Elrod takes up the court. Elrod kicks it to Hines. Hines behind the back. Slows down. Crossover. Up left. No good. Foul. And it will be 2 free throws for number 3, Reese Hines. Seems like this team, they just love taking it to the rim. They really don't care who's in their way. No one's stopping them. If they stop them, we'll take their free throws.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see. Just not settling for threes. And that's what a lot of teams do now in this current age of basketball is just settle for threes, especially deep threes.
Hines misses his first free throw. Rechecking back in will be number 5, Pierce Harrington, and number 1, Naz Haley, as number 15, Bentley Elrod, number 13, Akene Poom will check out for the SaberCats. Hines with the second free throw. Up and good. Ars checks it in. Felix with the ball. Drives it up the court. Passes it to Dana. Back to Felix. Felix out to Dubois. Pump fakes. Looks for the 3. Poked away. Ars with the ball. Back out to Felix. Felix with the ball. Drives left. Stops. Misreads the pass and out of bounds. It will be Saguaro basketball. Another costly turnover for the Padres.
They missed a foul on Justice Hines. He grabbed them. But they ultimately ended up forcing a turnover.
Hines with the ball. Spins. Goes up with his left. And good for 2. These layups have been so easy so far for the SaberCats in this first half. Dana with the ball. Center court. Crosses right. Kicks out to Felix. Pump fakes. Felix looks for a 3. Dubois for a 3. And good for the Padres. It will be timeout Marcos Niza. Definitely a good shot to make at the end of this timeout for Marcos Niza to kind of slow their pace down, slow Saguaro's high offensive pace they have going so far.
Yeah, but the key for Marcos is hitting free throws. You know, we've seen them throughout this first half just miss multiple free throws, and that's going to kill you to try and get back into this game.
Yeah, these officials have been really good so far on these fouls. You know, it seems like a lot of contact when they've been driving to the paint, but it's been the right calls, right decisions that have been made so far.
Exactly.
As we head back, it will be Saguaro basketball checking in. Currently on the court for the SaberCats is number 5, Pierce Harrington, number 10, Pierce Foster, number 1, Naz Haley, number 3, Reese Hines, number 4, Isaac. Now, hello everyone. We are Varsity Sports Media Foundation. My name is Brendan Salmon. Once again, I am joined alongside with Jalen Higgins. We are here at Saguaro versus Marcos Niza basketball. Haley with the ball, slowing it down. Kicks up to Harrington. Harrington kicks out to Hines. Hines looking for an open man. Kicks it to the corner to Foster. Foster drives up. No good. Rebound Harrington. No good. Rebound Hines. Hines looks for the open shot. Up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. It will be Marcos Niza basketball.
You can really see the lack of defensive pressure in the paint by Marcos. You know, Saguaro's able to get easy layups at the rim, easy looks at the rim, but that possession couldn't capitalize on anything.
Dana with the ball. Crosses him over. Gets poked away for his 3rd steal of this quarter. Reese Hines. Reese Hines drives up right. Up for the layup and good for 2.
At this point, he's just showing off his quickness. Nobody can stop him.
Yeah. Felix with the ball. Gets slowed up. Out to Dana for 3. No good. Rebound Haley. Haley looking to drive it. Kicks out to Hines. Hines slows it up. Up for 2. No good. Rebound Harrington. No good. Rebound Dubois. Dubois looking to drive for the Padres. 1-on-1. Up and good with the left from Dubois. Haley with the ball. Taking up the court for the SaberCats. Haley slows it down, looking to call play. Kicks it to Harrington. Harrington drives. Open shot, left hand up, and good for the layup for 2. Dubois with the ball. Slowing it up for the Padres right here. Pushing it left to Hemmings. Hemmings looks for the shot, pump fakes, kicks it back out to Dana. Dana pushes, kicks it to the corner. Arce with the ball. Back to Dana. Up to Felix. Felix looking for a move. Loses it, regains possession up for 2. Banks it in for 2 for the Padres. Harrington will pass it in to Hines. Back to Harrington. Harrington looking for a shot. Down to Haley. Haley drives up with the left and good. Timeout Saguaro. They have let them take these simple left-handed, right-handed layup behind the back, in between the legs, whatever the case may be, these layups have been free for them.
Yeah, and there's no defensive communication on Marcos' part. You know, Saguaro was able to get left-handed layups, like you said, pretty easily. Mid-range shots, threes. There's just no defense right now for Marcos.
What are you looking to see from Saguaro as they continue to extend upon this lead so far in this first half?
Honestly, just keeping pressure. You know, it's all about putting your foot on their neck and running away with this game. It's all about getting the other guys on the bench in at this point. You know, you don't want to play down to your competition.
Yeah, it seems like they're really not leaning on one guy like we said earlier in terms of Pierce Harrington. It seems like they got guys like Elrod, Hines with the steals. Knott can take the threes as their big man. They got Foster, they got Haley. They got a ton of guys right now that they're leaning together on each other, and it's just success is happening.
Yeah, it's a team effort right now, which is good to see. That they haven't had this in a while, and coaches have been preaching. You know, it's all about taking care of the ball. It's a mentality, having a foundation for every single possession.
As the Padres will check the ball in with Dubois passing it in to Felix. Felix with the ball. Takes up the court. Takes it right. Kicks it to Dana. Dana sizes him up. Switches up to Ship. Deflected out and will stay Marcos Niza basketball. Seems like they're kind of tightening up on these little lob passes over the middle to kind of get in the paint and turn around. It seems like they're really just tightening down on that.
Yeah, and it also speaks to Saguaro's size. Marcos is really undersized in this game, and Saguaro's able to use their size and get those lobs, like you said.
As Dana drops a layup for 2. Hines with the ball. Pass it back to Harrington. Harrington slows it down. Back out to Hines. Back out to Harrington. Back out to Hines again. Down to Haley for 2. An easy bucket for 2 for the SaberCats.
That was a lack of communication right there. You had one of the Marcos players jump out to the three-point line, which ultimately gave up a wide-open layup for Saguaro.
Felix kicks out to Dana. Dana to Ship. Under the basket. Spins back. Gets blocked by Elrod. It will stay Marcos Niza basketball. For those who are just joining, my name is Brandon Solomon. Joined alongside me is Jalen Higgins. We are here with Varsity Sports Media Foundation at the Saguaro vs. Marcos Niza basketball game. Felix checks it in. Passes it up to Dubois. Dubois for 3. No good, front rim, rebound Harrington. Harrington looking to push the pace. Harrington drives it up. Kicks it to Hines for 2. Crazy passing. It seems like everything is just going their way so far.
Yeah, he's just having fun at this point. Just showing off.
Dana with the ball. Guarded up by Hines. Kicks it to Dubois. Pump fakes. Up with the floater and good for 2. Hines with the ball. Kicks up to Harrington as there's 7 seconds on the clock. Harrington looks for a move. Puts it up for 3. No good. Rebound Ship. And that will conclude the first half of this game as Saguaro is leading Marcos Niza 56-29. Definitely a great half of basketball for the Saguaro SaberCats right there.
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing to see getting wide open layups, getting mid-range shots, getting wide open three-point shots. Now the question is, can they continue that in the second half?
And now we're going to head to halftime. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome to Varsity Sports Show. I'm currently here at the Padres home court. the SaberCats have nearly a 30-point lead on the Padres. If you are the Padres, you have to make adjustments heading to the second half. There's still time that remains in this game, so we'll see what the Padres can do heading into the second half, but I'm reporting. Welcome to Varsity Sports.
Arizona State basketball is one of the oldest programs in the country, dating all the way back to 1911, but despite that long history, the Sun Devils once again find themselves in a familiar situation. ASU is currently ranked 14th in the Big 12, holding an 11-11 overall record, and they're riding a 2-game losing streak. Their most recent loss came from a game against the University of Arizona, a game that raised concerns for some fans. The last time Arizona State lost to Arizona, it led to a 3-game losing streak with losses to Arizona, Houston, and West Virginia. Now with the momentum slipping again, the pressure is back on the program. Their next matchup is against Utah, who sits at number 15 in the Big 12 with a 9-12 record. On paper, it is a game ASU can win, but the bigger question is simple: will they be able to break the curse? The last time this spiral happened, head coach Bobby Hurley openly said, "I can't get through to the team." That mentality is one of the main reasons fans have continued to call for his firing between past behavioral controversies and frustration with on-court results. Many believe it's time for a change, but at the same time, other fans still support Hurley and want him to stay. But at the end of the day, this could be his final chapter at Arizona State.
The world is getting ready for one of the biggest stages, the 2026 Winter Olympics. They will be taking place spread across 8 different venues in cities like Milan, Livigno, and Cortina. This marks one of the most geographically diverse Winter Games ever. For the first time, 2 Olympic cauldrons will be lit in 2 different host cities, symbolizing the shared stage. With historic venues, modern design, and a global spotlight, Milano Cortina is shaping up to be unlike any other Winter Olympics we've seen before. Opening ceremonies are scheduled for February 6. For Varsity Sports, I'm Hannah Flanagan.
In January, UFC's $7.7 billion deal with Paramount came into effect. The goal of this was to branch away from the notorious pay-per-view model. UFC 324 and 325 were 2 great and affordable cards. Here's what you may have missed and what's next for the UFC. UFC 324 kicked off its Paramount era on January 24th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. For the main card, John Silva defeated Arnold Allen by decision. Natalia Silva defeated Rose Namajunas by decision. Waldo Cortez Acosta KO'd Derek Lewis in the second round. Sean O'Malley defeated Yang Sedong by decision. And Justin Gaethje dominantly beat Paddy Pimblett by decision. Ilia Topuria is rumored to face Justin Gaethje for his first lightweight title defense in the near future. The following week, UFC 325 took place in Sydney, Australia, where current featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski calls home. A title rematch for Diego Lopez went all 5 rounds for Volk to win by unanimous decision. UFC 326 will take place March 7th, with Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira competing for the BMF belt at 155 pounds. Speculations around these 2 fighters to retire upon the end of their fight have been circulating. Luckily, there are 3 fight nights in the month of February, so you don't have to wait until March for some thrill. It sounds like it's time to get a Paramount Plus subscription if you haven't already. For Varsity Sports Show, I'm JG Frey.
Today's NBA news shook after a blockbuster deal with the Clippers. James Harden is now a Cavalier. The Cleveland Cavaliers acquiring James Harden in exchange for fellow All-Star Darius Garland and a 2026 second-round pick, a move that will immediately impact both teams' playoff hopes. Harden, who is 36, has been playing at a high level this season with 25.4 points a game and 8.1 assists per game. His best scoring stretch in years, but the Clippers struggling to stay above 500. The front office opted for a change of direction. In return, Los Angeles gained Garland, a 26-year-old 2-time All-Star guard, plus future draft capital. For Cleveland, this is a win-now move. The Cavs are in a tight Eastern Conference playoff race and see Harden as an experienced scorer and playmaker who can elevate the team in the postseason. In a season full of surprises, this trade could reshape the Eastern Conference playoff picture or be a gamble that defines Cleveland's title shot window.
Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Bicker with the Varsity Sports Show. As we approach the eve of Super Bowl 60, let me take you through this segment titled On This Day in Sports History. On February 6, 2005, Super Bowl 39 pit the New England Patriots, led by Tom Brady and head coach Bill Belichick, against the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb, and superstar wide receiver Terrell Owens. One of the big storylines in the game was Terrell Owens starting, coming off of a terrible broken leg injury mere weeks before. He put on a heroic performance with 9 catches for 122 yards.
Belichick will tell you this is a pass-first team. Owens, open space. Harrison chasing and out of bounds inside the 20, and a late flag comes in.
Despite the big-time play from T.O., Tom Brady and the stifling New England defense led the Pats to their 3rd Super Bowl victory in the last 4 years, cementing a dynasty at the beginning of the century. Rodney Harrison's late interception sealed the deal for the Patriots.
It's impossible for them to have a completed pass and run another play. They're going to have to really hustle.
They got to throw 2 Hail Marys. Down the middle of the field, and the pass is picked off by Harrison. Rodney Harrison takes it in, and 9 seconds remain, and the New England Patriots are on their way to solidifying their team as an NFL dynasty.
Those same Patriots will be looking to win their 7th franchise Super Bowl against the very good Seattle Seahawks on Sunday. This concludes the On This Day in Sports segment. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, it's Amaya Lucero from Varsity Sports, coming to you from UNLV, reporting on Palo Verde's recent win at NDA. Palo Verde recently competed at NDA Regionals here in Las Vegas, Nevada. On January 24th, the Pantherettes competed 2 routines, 1 Jazz and 1 Palm. Their Jazz routine placed first with a score of 91.38. Coronado High School placed 2nd, and Faith Lutheran placed 3rd. Their Palm routine placed 3rd with a score of 89.5. Faith Lutheran placed 1st, and Coronado High School placed 2nd. Palo will host their annual auditions this spring. Audition information usually drops between March and April. Be on the lookout or follow their Instagram at Palo Verde Dance. The Palo Verde Dance team is a powerhouse. Last year at Nationals, they took 5th place in the Varsity Jazz category out of 53 teams. All of the girls' hard work paid off on January 24th. They took home an award for technical excellence. The Palo Verde Dance team will go on to compete these 2 routines at Nationals on February 14th. You can log on to the Varsity TV NDA Nationals website to watch the whole competition play out live. Good luck, Palo Verde dancers!
And welcome back here at the Varsity Media Sports Foundation. My name is Brandon Solomon. Alongside me is Jalen Higgins. For those who are joining or for those who are just joining for the first time, we are here at Marcos de Niza Gym here in Tempe, Arizona, currently with a score of 56-29 with Saguaro leading. Jalen, what are we looking to see as we come out of this first half from Saguaro?
Yeah, it's all about if Saguaro can keep applying pressure and getting to the rim easily, forcing the defense to collapse and miss rotations, and as they're getting wide open threes. And for Marcos, it's all about can they hit their free throws. Honestly, can they limit their turnovers? and get into a good half-court set.
As Hemmings passes it to Dubois as we restart this third quarter. Dubois with the ball. Pump fakes it. Kicks it out to Dana. Dana for three. No good. Rebound Harrington. It will be out of bounds and will still be Saguaro basketball. Hines will pass it in for the SaberCats. Hines to Harrington. Back to Hines. Hines taking up the court. Back to Harrington. Harrington draws right south. Pull up for two. No good. Rebound Haley. No good. And it will be a foul on Dubois. 2 shots for Haley. Seems like the SaberCats really are just picking up right where they left off. As soon as that ball hits that rim, if it's not going in, they're just attacking it, getting those easy rebounds, and trying to get those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and they've got way more size than Marcos. I mean, Marcos only has like 3 guys that are 6 foot or above, while Saguaro, most of their guys are at 5'11" or over 6 foot.
As Haley misses the first free throw. Yeah, it seems like size has been a real advantage so far for the Saguaro SaberCats.
Yeah, Saguaro was able to get rebounds pretty easily and get easy putbacks. I mean, that just speaks to the size of this team.
Haley with the second free throw. Will miss it, but it will be rebounded back by Elrod, and it will be a foul on number 1, MJ Ship. It will be side out of bounds for the SaberCats. Or excuse me, it will be under the rim for the SaberCats. Harrington passes it in for the SaberCats. Passes it up to Hines. Hines finds Haley. Back him down. It will be a charge, an offensive foul on Haley. Padres basketball, excuse me.
Yeah, just too much force right there by Naz Haley. He's such a big body. Nobody can handle him.
Dubois passes it into Felix. Guarded up by Harrington. Out to Dubois. Dubois pump fakes. Drives up, no good. Rebound Elrod. Pushing it down the pace. Harrington up for 2, and it will be good. Felix out to Dana. Dana pushes it up the court. Slows it down. Back out to Felix. Felix kicks it down to Hemmings. Hemmings out to Dubois. Dubois drives along the lane. Out to Dana for 3. And it is good for the Padres. Good ball movement right there for the Padres. Taking that, like we said earlier, that one more pass mentality.
Yeah, passing up good shots for great shots. That's how you get in a rhythm right there.
Haley will drive it and will drop it in for 2. Hemmings passes it into Dubois. Dubois up to Dana. Back to Dubois. Out to Felix. Felix guarded up by Harrington. Back out to Dana. And it will be timeout for Marcos Niza.
Yeah, he didn't like that offensive set right there. Not as much ball movement going on. Way too stagnant.
Definitely a good, strong start for the SaberCats so far. What do you think they need? What do you think Coach Ramirez is going to say to them in this huddle right here?
Just keep the pressure on. You know, it's all about getting out in transition, getting easy layups for these guys. You know, focusing on the team, not having a selfish mentality. Your shots will come. We've heard them say that previously, and it's coming to fruition.
And now heading over to the Padres side, what do you think their coach is saying to them over there right now?
Well, let's get a look. You know, Marcos, they've been turning the ball over a lot in this game. You know, let's get into our half-court set. Let's move the ball around. Find a wide open man as Saguaro's getting into rotation. You know, it's all about, can we get a layup, or hey, let's kick it out for open 3. We got to get something going if we want to come back in this game.
As Hemmings will be passing it in for the Padres on side out of bounds. Hemmings passes it in to Felix. Felix passes it over to Dana. Back to Felix. Out to Dubois. Drives it up left. Gets blocked by Knott. Rebounded Elrod. Up to Harrington. Harrington looking to push it up. Up for the layup, and it is good for 2. Felix passes it into Dana. Dana slowly bringing it up. Guarded up by Harrington. Out to Felix. Felix passes it to Ship. Ship pump fakes for 3. Passes out to Dana. Dana looking for a move. Throws it over to Felix. Felix for 3. No good. Rebounded Knott. Knott kicks it to Elrod. Elrod up to Hines. Hines slows it down for the SaberCats. Throws it over to Haley. Pump fakes. Up for 2. No good. Rebound Hines. Hines kicks it out to Harrington for 3. It's up. No good. Rebound, Haley. Stolen away by Dubois, but it will be out of bounds on Dubois. SaberCats will retain possession. A lot of second chance opportunities right there for the SaberCats.
Yeah, the SaberCats, they're just using their size and their force right now just to go up and get easy rebounds and easy putbacks.
Haley passes it in to Elrod. Elrod for 2. Dubois pressed by Harrington. Up to Ship. Guarded up by Elrod. Pulls up for 3. No good. Will be rebounded by Nah. Nah pushes it up to Harrington. Harrington to the corner to Elrod. Elrod for 3. And it is good for the SaberCats. That passing is all over the place right now for these SaberCats.
And Elrod is picking up right where he left off in the second quarter.
Dana kicks it to Dubois. Dubois drives, floater with the left, and it is good. Harrington back to Hines. Hines back to Harrington. Harrington finds the open man up to Nat. Nat will no good. Rebounded Haley. Haley up for 2, and it is good.
That's just bad transition defense by Marcos. Guys not getting back and just ball watching the entire time.
Dana sizes it up Hines. Out to Ship. Ship guarded up by Hines. Fades away for 2, and it will be a foul. Called to number 4, Isaac Knott, as it will be 2 free throws for MJ Ship. Now with this game being currently a 35-point game, what are you looking to see from Marcos Niza to kind of like slow down the pace and kind of trim back on this lead? Or this deficit, excuse me.
Just like this right here, just drawing fouls, getting into the paint. You know, they're undersized. Sometimes when you're undersized, you got to drive to the paint and kind of act a little bit, force some contact. You know, just act like James Harden sometimes. And just throw your arms up and get a foul.
As Ship goes 1 for 2, and number 23, Amari Bush will check into the game. Dubois with the rebound. Pushes it up, guarded up by Haley. Haley out to Bush. Bush to Dana. Drives it, gets stopped by Hines. Out to Dubois. Dubois for 3. No good. Rebound Hemmings. Hemmings takes it back up. Stolen away by Hines. Up to Harrington for 2.
Oh.
Dunk. No good. Off the rim. It will be out of bounds. Saguaro, Marcos Niza with the basket. With the ball, excuse me. Now checking out for the SaberCats will be number 5, Pierce Harrington, as number 10, Pierce Foster will check into the game. Hemmings will be passing in to number 23, Amari Bush. Hemmings to Bush. Bush taking up the court, guarded up by Hines. Hines. Dana with the ball. Drives it up, kicks it out. Devine looks for a shot. Nope. Hemmings with the ball. Drives right to Ship for 3. No good. Rebounded Hanat, and it will be still Nat ball. So he passes up to Hines. Hines to Elrod. Elrod to the corner to Foster. Foster back to Hines. Hines with the crossover. Steps back. Guarded up. Down to Haley. Haley will regain possession. Up to Elrod. Elrod to Foster, and it's 2 and good for the SaberCats. They are passing that rock all around.
Yeah.
Dana with the ball. Slowly dribbling up the court. Slowing it down, looking for the screen. We'll get the screen, we'll get the change in matchup. Drives it up with the right, and good for 2 off the backboard. Haley passes it to Elrod. Elrod passes it back to Haley. Drives up left, and good for 2. Hemmings will pass it into Bush. Bush looking to drive it up the court, guarded up by Hines. Slows it down, passes it to Dana. Dana drives by, slips away, up for the layup, and good for 2.
That's lazy defense right there by Saguaro.
Elrod kicks it up to Haley. Haley kicks it back to Elrod. Looks for the 3. It's up and good for another 3 from Elrod. Huge game so far from him tonight. Dana with the ball. Pass up the Ship, guarded up by Elrod. Spins, puts up the shot, gets blocked. Taken away by Hines. Hines behind the back, passes it up to Haley. Haley spins, up for the layup, and no good. Rebound Hemmings. It will be a foul on number 3, Reese Hines, as it will be Marcos Niza basketball. Now subbing out for the SaberCats will be number 3, Reese Hines, and number 1, Naz Haley. As number 13, Akena Poom, and number 5, Pierce Harrington will check back into the game for the SaberCats. Dana passes it in to Dubois. Back to Dana. Dana guarded up by Knott. Sizes it up. Drives it. Pass back to Bush. Bush looking for a move. Drives it right. Gets stopped. Out to Divine. Divine crossover. Gets stopped by Foster. Foster out to Dana. Good for 3. Elrod passes it into Harrington. Kicks it back to Elrod. Spins. Passes it out to Ipum. Ipum to Knott. Knott drives it right. Stops back. Gets blocked. Regains possession. Bad pass. It will be pass, and it will be a foul on the SaberCats. Padres ball. Seems like the SaberCats are kind of getting a little sloppy on offense right now.
Yeah, they're just not taking care of the ball right now. Just not having that mentality of, hey, let's get easy looks right now. But that's credit to Marcos' defense right now. The last couple minutes, they finally settled in, got rid of the nerves, and finally just forcing some turnovers.
As Knott checks out, Haley will check back in. Dubois drives it left. Off the backboard, no good. Foul on number 13, Divine. It will be Saguaro basketball heading the other way. Ipum will be passing it into Harrington. Pass it into Harrington. Harrington driving up the right. Looks like ISO. Drives up left, bodies him in, up for the layup, and it will be good.
That's bully ball right there.
Dubois pass it into Dana. Dana looks to push it up a little bit. Slows it down. Drives right. Pass it out to Divine. Divine steps back. Passes it down to Ars. Ars up for the hook. No good. Rebound Dubois. Passes out. Saves it to Bush. Bush spins. Spins again. Up for the layup. No good. Air ball will be rebounded by Elrod. Elrod up to Harrington. Harrington throws it up to Ipum. Ipum drives and foul. 2 shots for Ipum as it will be a foul on number 23, Amari Bush. Seems like it's been a lot of kind of sloppy from both sides. Seems like taking the shots, not really taking your good shots and settling in right now.
Yeah, but as Harrington came back in the game, now Saguaro's able to figure out and push their pace again. You know, it just speaks to his feel for the game. And, you know, he's able to just take over the game right now.
Ipum does miss the first free throw. With his second free throw, it's up. No good, but it will be rebounded by himself. Kicks it up to Haley. Haley drives right. Gets fouled, and it will be a travel. Excuse me. No foul. Will be Padres basketball. Dubois passes in to Dana. Dana drives it up. With a minute left in this third quarter. Guarded up by Ipum. Kicks it out. Thurs. Ars drives it to Bush for 3. No good. Rebounded Haley. Haley looking to push it. 2-on-2. Euros up for the layup and good for 2. It will be a 3-point play for number 1, Naz Haley. Definitely a strong offensive possessions lately so far for these SaberCats.
Yeah, they're just pushing the pace right now. You know, they were playing sloppy a little bit earlier, but now as you push the pace, you're able to get fouls, get easy looks at the rim, and now free throws.
As Haley will take his free throw for his potential and 1 shot. Free throws up, and it's good for Haley. Ars passes it into Dubois. Dubois drives. Kicks it out to Divine. Divine kicks it to Dana. Sizes him up. Drives right. Kicks it down low. Ars, it'll be out of bounds. Saved by Dubois. Divine drives it up. Nice easy layup, and it's no good. Rebounded, and it will be a jump ball between Ars and Foster. Possession will be going to Saguaro. Definitely some costly mistakes right there, as we just saw. A simple layup, you got to make those with how much we're down so far.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's what kills you. That's how you're not going to be able to come back in this game. And they just look defeated after that.
Haley drives it right, kicks it out to Elrod. Elrod for another 3, and it is good.
I think he's only missed 1 shot in this game.
Bush, stolen away by Ipum. Haley up for the shot, and good to add another 2 points as we end this third quarter with it being 86-42 in favor of Saguaro. What are you looking to see from both teams as they head into this fourth quarter? But first, we will head down to Coach Ramirez as he's mic'd up.
What turned into a almost 30-point lead at the first half turns into a 44-point lead into the fourth quarter. Can somehow the Padres make a miracle and come back? We will see heading into the fourth quarter, but back to you.
And welcome back to the Varsity Sports Media Foundation. My name is Brandon Solomon. Once again, I'm here alongside Jalen Higgins as we are heading into the fourth quarter between Saguaro and Marcos Niza. Saguaro's leading 86-42. Dubois will pass it into Dana. Dana drives it right, guarded by Apum. Kicks it back to Dubois. Dubois drives it left, kicks it out to Divine. Divine for three. No good. Rebounded Elrod. Elrod will push it up the court. Elrod drives it left. Up for layup with the left. Rebounded Divine. Divine finds Ars. Ars kicks it back to Dubois. Dubois pushes it up. Finds Felix. Back to Dubois. Up for layup. No good, but it will be a foul on Reese Hines as he will be shooting 2 free throw shots. Definitely a good start so far for the not for the SaberCats, for the Padres.
Yeah, definitely pushing the pace, getting to the rim early. Like I said earlier in the third quarter, you gotta try and draw fouls if you want to. It's highly unlikely, but try to come back in this game, cut the deficit to at least 20.
Dubois with the first free throw. Drains the first free throw. And now checking into the game for the SaberCats will be number 2, Evan Barron, and number 24, Owen Hardy, as number 1, Nas Haley, and number 15, Bentley Elrod will check out of the game. Dubois with the second free throw. Drains the second free throw as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Hines passes it into Foster. Back to Hines. Hines takes up the court for the SaberCats. Drives left. Takes it up with the right. And good for 2. Divine will pass it into Dana. Dana takes up the court. Takes it right. Drives to the right. Up for the layup. No good. Will be rebounded by Apum. Apum up to Barron. Barron with the ball. Kicks it back to Hines. Hines to Apum. Up for 3. And good for the SaberCats. Shots just keep falling today for the SaberCats.
That's good ball movement right there by Saguaro.
Dana with the ball. Guarded up by Hines. Switch to Hardy. Up for the layup. No good. Will be rebounded by Apum. Apum up to Foster and good for 2. Dubois passes it in to Felix. Felix with the ball. Slowly taking up the court. Dribbles right. Kicks it to Divine. Divine sizes it up. Passes Felix. Felix looks for a shot. Doesn't take it. Felix fades away from the three-point line. Banks it. No good. Rebound Hines. Hines with the rebound. Drives it. Takes up the left. Loses possession. Regains it. Looks up for the shot. Passes it back. Foster with the ball. Up to Barron. Barron for 3. No good. Rebound Foster. Foster out to Barron. Barron to Apum. Apum for 3. No good. Rebound to Dubois. Dubois pushes the ball. Guarded by Barron. And it will be a foul on Evan Barron, as it will be a side out of bounds for the Padres.
Yeah, Marcos just looks defeated right now. You know, number 3, Francisco Lopez Felix, he didn't get back on defense for a while, and he's just standing there at times. And one thing to note about Marcos' offense, they like to be 5 out for some reason. You know, they don't have guys going into the mid-range, going into the paint, trying to force contact. And when they're at 5 out, guys are just standing there. It's very stagnant offense. One guy has to create. And when they get close to each other, then that's when they want to move. It's really bad offense right now.
And new guys checking into the game for the Padres will be number 2, Hemmings, number 23, Amari Bush, and number 24, Dennis Tolliver. Tolliver for 3. No good. Rebound Foster. Foster up to Apum. Apum drives it right. Gets stopped. Passes to Knott. Knott drives it. Gets poked away. Up for the shot. Gets blocked. Rebounded Apum. It will be it will be a foul on number 11, J.D. Dubois, as it will be it will be under the basket check-in for the SaberCats. Foster passing the ball in. Kicks to Knott. Knott up for 2 and good for the SaberCats.
Got away with a foul.
Tolliver to Dubois. Dubois slowly bringing it up the court. Drives it left. Kicks it down to Tolliver. Loses possession. It will be out of bounds. Potential recovery by Isaac Knott as the Padres will regain possession with Tolliver checking it in. Tolliver passes it into Hemmings. Hemmings to Bush. Gets the screen. Passes it out to Ars. Ars looks for a shot. Passes it back to Hemmings. Back to Ars. Back to Hemmings. Out to Dubois at the center. For three. No good. Rebounded Tolliver. Up for two. No good. Rebounded Barron as he pushes the pace. Up to Knott. Knott slows it down. Bad pass intercepted by Bush as Bush pushes it down the court. Bush up. And good for two. As it looks as he hurts potentially his ankle.
Oh yeah, he rolled that really bad. He's laying on the ground.
As Bush is now currently down on the ground. Definitely a great move by him right there.
Yeah, he's in so much pain. It was great. I thought he got away with the travel, to be honest, on that.
Yeah.
But it was a really nice layup. Way to push the ball. Hopefully he's all right.
As they were, it looks like the athletic trainers were able to get him off the court, which is definitely good.
Yeah, he brings so much energy to this team. And he's only a freshman, too. 5'4" freshman.
Yeah, we saw him in the JV game, and he was putting up buckets over there.
Yeah. I mean, you can see he has no chance against Ipum. He's guarding him, but he's just bringing a lot of energy, just trying to do his best out there. Hopefully he's all right.
Barron checks it in. Passes it out to Ipum. Guarded up by Dubois. Pass it out to Foster. Foster drives the lane. Up for two, and no good. Rebounded Barron, blocked away by Dubois. Rebounded back by Ipum. Not for three, no good, front rim. Dubois steals it away. Passes it low, down to Hemmings, back to Dubois. Drives down the baseline, up for two. No good. Regained back by Dubois. Dubois kicks it low to Devine. Guarded up by Foster. To Tolliver, pump fakes. Ars for three, and good! Barron passing to Nat. Nat passes back to Barron. Barron dribbles up the right. Passes it to Hardy. Hardy looking for an open man. Passes up to Ipum. Ipum drives it right. Throws it up. And good for two. As Tolliver passes it into Dubois. Dubois with the ball. Slowly taking up the court. Guarded up by Foster. Passes out to Tolliver. Tolliver spins right. Up for the layup. No good off the backboard. Knott pushes the pace. Slows it down. We'll kick it to Foster. Back to Knott. Knott for three. No good, front rim. Rebound Tolliver. Tolliver pushing the ball up the court. And gets fouled by Pierce Foster.
Yeah, this is looking like a freshman or a middle school game right now with how sloppy it is the last 2 minutes of the game.
Very commanding game today from Saguaro for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it started right in the first 2 minutes of the game. You know, they set the tone, set the pace real early by Harrington. You know, getting to the basket, his mid-range shot was hidden.
As Hemmings will drain the three. Knott passes it in to Foster. Foster dribbles up right. Spins, passes out to Hardy. Hardy looking for the shot. Up for the layup. No good. Rebound. And down for two from Barron. Tolliver passes into Dubois. Dubois slowly dribbling up the court. Guarded up by Foster.
It's going to be a nice bounce-back win for Saguaro, you know, after losing a tough game against Arcadia last week and then getting blown out earlier on Tuesday. Such a nice bounce-back to win by 47 points.
Tolliver with the ball. Pass it to Hemmings. Hemmings drives right. Kicks out to Devine. Devine pump fakes. Kicks it back to Tolliver. Guarded up by Ipum. Back to Hemmings for three. No good, as it is final here in Tempe as the Saguaro SaberCats will defeat the Marcos de Niza Padres 99-52.
Yeah, what a win. I mean, Saguaro, they came out and were just dominant, you know, getting to the paint early, getting free throws, drawing fouls, forcing turnovers by Marcos. It was just really impressive to see. What an impressive win. I know Coach Ramirez has to be happy with that performance.
Yeah, a ton of impressive guys, whether it being Pierce Harrington, their main guy, huge night out of Bentley Elrod. ton of guys, just huge support for him tonight.
Yeah, it was just an absolute team effort right there. Great win.
And that will wrap us here today at the Varsity Media Foundation. My name is Brandon Solomon, once again alongside Jalen Higgins, and thank you for joining us tonight. Nice job, everyone.